Good morning. Oh, there's a squirrel. I'm sorry, my ADD kicked in. Oh, it went away. Okay, good morning, people. It is jury day, which makes it perfect to do laundry. It's supposed to be like this pretty much all weekend. So I'm doing laundry today. My mom is doing laundry tomorrow. We have to clean tomorrow because we have an apartment inspection on Monday. Then after they leave, I'm getting out all my Christmas stuff. And then Tuesday, I have a phone interview at 2 o'clock for Hallmark. And yay! So next week is going to be crazy. It's going to be busy. So I'm sorry if there are days where I miss posting a vlog because I will be running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Literally. So. Oh, there's a squirrel. Oh, he can go bye-bye. I'm sorry. Okay, you do not want to see me when I see a deer. Okay, we lived out in this place called Bracken Woods when we first moved into town. There used to be turkeys that would come up to our little cement porch. We freaked out. Because we came into town and there's like no animals. I like turkeys, so I mean, I lived in the country when I was younger, so we were these like turkeys and deer and skunk and all the other animals, and then we come into town, there's like squirrels. Like, really? Okay, but like I said, today's a jury day. My laundry is downstairs. I want to show you guys what my mom did. This is the proof that I have the coolest mom in the world. Sorry, but it's true. My mom is the coolest mom, and she is willing to put up with all the craziness that is being my mom, being a mom to an obsessed Star Wars fan. Last year, my mom made me cry because we went to go see Rogue One, and it was one of the best times ever. I enjoyed it so much, and I was so disappointed to come home because when I came home and I went to bed, that meant the day was over. I wasn't going to see Rogue One again because I only go one time. And so I was so bummed because my magical Star Wars day was over. I'm sorry, my closet's open, but that's where my laundry is going. It's like I was so bummed because my magical Star Wars day was over. I didn't want to go to bed, and I come home, and I told you guys this. I come home, turn on my lights, and on my bed is this set of purple fleece Star Wars pajamas that I had seen at Walmart not even 2 weeks ago that I fell in love with. And I love them. And it says Yoda, the one I want. And I love them so much. And they didn't have any in my size. And so I didn't get them. And then I come home after seeing Rogue One. And there they are on my bed. And my mom was laughing at me because I literally started crying. Because that was the last thing I expected. Well, my mom, she didn't make me cry this time. But she did again. She will go out and she says, my brother and I have been so good. We're adults, but we have been so good. Even though because things have been hard and we haven't been able to go out like we used to and stuff like that. But we've been so good that she thought we deserved a little treat. So on her way out of the store last night, she stopped to pick up some treats for us, which were shirts. This is my shirt. This is what my mom got me last night. I'm so excited. This is how my mom got me. Whoa. Yes, it is a men's because this is Midland and there are never any girl Star Wars stuff other than accessories. But this is what my mom got me. She got me a Last Jedi t-shirt. I am so excited. I am absolutely in love with it. I wanted to cry, but I didn't. So, but my mom, that is proof that my mom is amazing because my mom actually got me a Star Wars shirt. And we were talking about our Christmas gifts because we're doing a little Christmas this year. And I said the only thing she needs to worry about getting me is something girly and or Star Wars. And then she goes, you get what you get and you love it. I'm like, okay. I can handle that. Because the only other big things on my Christmas list this year were Pokemon Ultra Moon and the guide, which I already have ordered. And I'm waiting to get confirmation that we're shipping. The game was supposed to ship yesterday and I haven't gotten an email saying it's shipped yet. So I'm waiting for those to come, and then the only other thing I want is the Life and Adventures of Luke Skywalker, which I debated about getting, but now I kind of want to get it because I went to Music of the Spheres, Erin Insider's page, which is this really cool fan fiction writer. I went to her page, and she highlighted one of the stories, which apparently is the most talked about story in the book, in which it claims that Luke Skywalker is so powerful in the Force that he can pull Star Destroyers from the sky. And I'm like, no. But apparently, so I kind of want to get it. It's like why I ended up getting it from a certain point of view, though I wasn't planning on getting it, was because I went to the bookstore and I read it, and there's like one story from Qui-Gon's point of view, and I'm like, I have to get it. And in case you're wondering, I finished the Rogue One novel finally. It was amazing. It was cool. I am actually, next would be A New Hope, but I'm actually reading from a certain point of view first. And I started reading it last night, and I'm almost done. I'm over halfway through it. And there are 40 stories, so you couldn't guess how many I read last night. All the stories are amazing. They're funny. They're silly. They make me laugh. They make me cry. It's so cool reading all these stories. They're all by all these different people. They have all these different writing styles. I love them so much. They're so good. I absolutely love them, so I can't get enough of them. So I'm going to try to finish that today and start A New Hope tonight. And what's cool is when I started saying I'm going to collect all the canon Star Wars books, I went to go buy the movie novelizations. I got this because apparently you can't just buy the individual novels for New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi by themselves. You have to get them like this, which is cool. I got this one. There's like two. This is from Barnes & Noble's, like $25. It's got silver pages and a bookmark, and I love it. I was kind of hoping. I'm hoping at some point they actually do that for the prequel novels, because that would be really cool, and that would cut down on my space by a lot. So that's what I'm reading next after. What am I on? Oh, from a certain point of view, which I'm almost done with. What chapter? Oh, I'm at the mouse droid. The one that's told from the mouse droid's point of view. See, that one I can get behind. From a certain point of view, that I can get behind, because that's not like, that's not like how it was explained in Jedi Apprentice, that from a certain point of view, oh, they can just leave out information and just say, oh, it's the truth from a certain point of view. We just didn't tell you the whole truth. And I'm like, that's still kind of lying. So, but that I can get behind, because it's not an omission of anything. It's just, this is a new hope from these little vantage points, which is awesome, which I love. I think I was going through it when I first got it, and there's actually a chapter that's told from Yoda's point of view, which I find really interesting, because I'm like, really? Yoda? Okay. So far my favorites have been Qui-Gon and Beru's and Ramus's. I really like those. Oh, and the little red droid, R5, that blows up after Luke and Owen get him. It explains why he blew up. So I really liked that story. I love droids, so that was really cool to read. So I can't wait to read Cheezer, the mouse droid. Well, I just call it Cheezer, so I'm excited. I can't wait to see it. I think another one of my favorites is going to be the final story, which is apparently told from the viewpoint of the Wills, and it's basically this guy getting ready to write down the Star Wars saga so that future generations can read it, and the Wills are telling him what to write, and he's getting into a fight with the Wills about what he's putting down. So I read some of it, and it actually looks, I love it so much. It's going to be awesome. So I'm reading that right now. It's really cool. I want to welcome my new subscriber. I forgot to do this yesterday. A couple days ago, I posted a reaction for the second trailer for The Greatest Showman. And I can't remember their name. They watched the video, they subscribed it, and the reason they subscribed is they said I seem to have well researched it out. So, one of the things I mentioned in that video was that Hugh Jackman is putting money into it. That's kind of true. He's actually producing it, which means he is partially funding it. And apparently he's using the money he made from X-Men, from doing the X-Men movies and stuff, which I talk about in that. I'm not the one who, I did not find that out first. I actually watched another reaction trailer where another YouTuber said that this is what he was putting his X-Men money into, was this musical. And he's also producing it. Producing also means kind of helping to fund it. So he is, in a way, funding the movie. Which I point out to the subscriber, I replied to them, I said that actually kind of makes sense. After you come off a big epic movie series like X-Men, where you played the same character for years and years and years. I think the first X-Men movie came out when I was in high school. And he just finished doing Logan, And I was like 28, 29 when Logan finally came out. 29. So obviously he's been doing Wolverine since I was about 17, 18 years old. So he's been doing it for almost 10 years. So this is like the thing that could break him. And I mean, he's done other movie roles besides X-Men. I mean, he was in Les Miserables, and that's the only other movie I can think of him being in. But there's the issue is that most people are just going to automatically see him and go, oh, look, the guy who played Wolverine. That's the issue with doing these types of movies. It takes a very special actor to either, one, accept being typecasted in these roles, or two, break out of that typecast. I mean, Harrison Ford did it, and he was Han Solo, but Harrison Ford has done so many more movies, though he is quintessentially the action star. Ewan McGregor has done it. Liam Neeson has done it. Natalie Portman has done it, and I'm naming Star Wars stars because that's like, if there's any one series that you can get automatically typecasted in, it is Star Wars, because you look at Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher, and they were able to break a little bit, but they were okay with it. So that's the thing, is it's so hard. You do this movie series for years, and you're automatically typecasted. So this could be something that could really break him and pull him further away from the Wolverine Logan thing, and really cement it. And actually it makes kind of sense that his first movie that he really wants to do and be completely different from anything he's ever done before, including Les Miserables, would be this really high-octane, totally over-the-top, Broadway-style almost musical. Because Hugh Jackman is actually I didn't know this, he's actually a really amazing singer and dancer and performer. So it kind of makes sense for him to want to go do something that's really crazy like this. Also, there's a lot of people are worried because if you haven't heard, The Greatest Showman is based on the life of P.T. Barnum, who founded Barnum and Bailey's, which became one of the, there's another squirrel. This is sad. Which is one of the most well-known, well-recognized names in the circus industry, which has since closed its doors, I think. And we all know that circuses don't have the greatest reputation. And P.T. Barnum was now we talk about P.T. Barnum, and a lot of people treat him with respect. He was an amazing businessman, entrepreneur. He introduced opera to a large portion of the mainstream American public. He was actually a very prominent and very smart politician. He was actually anti-slavery. He was against liquor. The only bad thing is he did an anti-contraceptive bill, but he was a mayor. He improved waterworks, lights, everything. He was actually a very prominent politician. He was in many ways, on a scale, a humanitarian. The problem is that he was also a businessman who didn't mind stretching the truth, using hype to get attention. His main star, his General Tom Thumb, was actually a distant cousin that he took guardianship over, and he taught. Oh, there's another squirrel! The squirrels are all out in force today. Oh, it's a little itty bitty baby squirrel! But if you look at General Tom Thumb and his history, he was drinking, he was swearing, he was doing all this adult stuff when he was still a little kid, because that's what his cousin, his guardian, his distant cousin, who was his guardian, was telling him to do to make money. So there's no doubt that P.T. Barnum was a great guy, and he created a lasting legacy in both politics and showmanship. But the problem is that the stuff he did as a businessman to get that legacy, to create this hype and stuff, that has cast a shadow on that legacy, a shade on that legacy. So the musical is, I think that's why, and I actually said that, I think that's why the tagline of the musical is, it's based on the imagination and ambition of P.T. Barnum. It is barely based on any facet of his life at all. They have said that this movie is barely 10% accurate to the life P.T. Barnum led, and it will have an equal focus on the characters of his show as well as himself. So it's good. I think it's interesting. I want to go see it, but like I said, it's coming out right after The Last Jedi, and I'm already going to see it. Another movie I want to go see is I want to go see Coco, which is the new Disney Pixar movie, partly because there's a new Frozen, Our Lost Frozen Adventure, premiering. Also because I think it's a really interesting movie, and I think it's awesome that Disney and Pixar are kind of delving in a little bit to Mexican culture. How much they are remains to be seen if it's accurate or stuff, but I think Coco would be a really fun movie to go see. I also want to go see, and this is purely for me, they released a new Christmas movie called The Star, which my mom is absolutely in love with, and we haven't seen it yet. And it has Oprah Winfrey, Mariah Carey sings a new song. I think Keegan-Michael Kay or something is in it. And basically it focuses on this donkey, a dove or a pigeon, a sheep, and then the 3 wise men's camels. And these are the animals that help save Christmas and protect Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus. And I can't wait to see it. I think it's awesome. Partly because of my faith, partly because it just looks like a really cute movie. My mom loves it because her favorite animal is a donkey. And there's a donkey, so she absolutely loves donkeys. I'm surprised she hasn't stolen my donkey ornament yet, actually. I have a donkey ornament. But we're very picky. The only donkeys we like are the donkeys that have crosses on their backs. And that is one of my favorite legends, is how the donkey got the cross on his back. So, I want to go see The Star. I think it's sweet. It's funny. It's really nice to see that it's not like this is the story of the first. It's the story of the first Christmas, but it's not like overtly in your face. It's really just a fun, friendly kid movie with a Christian story. So I recommend it if you want to check out something that's more little kid family friendly. I'd be a little worried about taking like a 5-year-old to go see Coco, even though it's a Disney movie. There are some Disney movies where I'm like, I'm not taking a 5-year-old to go see that. Like some of the darker Disney movies, like The Black Cauldron, The Great Mouse Detective, The Lion King. Some of these movies I would not take a little kid to go see. I mean, I still remember not being able to actually watch The Lion King after seeing it for the first time till I was in high school because my brother saw it and he got scared of the hyenas. And then I didn't ever tell my mom this, but I was actually traumatized by Mufasa's death. So, those are some movies coming out in the next few weeks. The Star is coming, I think Coco is coming out first. That is Disney Pixar, then The Star, and I forgot it. I think it's a Sony Pictures releases The Star. The Last Jedi, everybody knows, is coming out December 15th. And then, of course, The Greatest Showman comes out December 20th. So we've got a wide range of movies coming out within the next few weeks. And for all you horror fans, I don't know if you saw it, but they announced a sequel to that movie, The Strangers. And I don't remember what that's called, but they just released a teaser trailer for it. So if you're into horror and you want to be scared, check out the new Strangers. I think that's coming out next year. So there's a lot of movies coming out. It's very interesting. So I'm going to get going. I got to finish doing chores for the day and get stuff ready and relax and just go wee. So I will talk to you guys on Monday. And so stay safe and stay sane this weekend. Start getting prepped for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.